My name is Noel Frias. I was born in Ligao, Albay, Philippines. But at a young age of 20, I immigrated to this place, Toronto, Canada, with my very young family. It is here in Canada where I have experienced job successes, world travels, and worldly pleasures. But it was short-lived because when I reached 40 in about 1988, the company, big international company that I worked for, closed down because of the arrival of the computers. The bad part of it was that my oldest daughter was in medical school at the time, studying to be a doctor. And not only that, there was also a recession that came about that time. And you know how difficult it would be for parents like us if you have a daughter taking medicine. You will need a lot of financial backup, which we did not have because we lost everything, all our investments. Anyway, because of too much stress and mental shock or nervous breakdown, I ended up in a sick bed in a hospital because of heart attack. I suffered from heart attack. While lying in bed, all I can do is look up. And while looking up, that is where I thought of seeking God's help. So I sought God's help. And through revelations, inspirations, and dreams, God has given me some encouragement. He has revealed to me His mercy and grace and His wonderful plan of saving the lost. That was why I promised to the Lord that if you get me well, I would like to dedicate the rest of my life working for you. You will now become my employer. And so when I left the hospital, I spent a lot of time studying this book, the Holy Bible. And as a result of my study, I was able to put down or put together a lot of information that I believe it will be helpful for anyone to learn God's roadmap to everlasting life. I have divided them into different sections, actually 14 lessons, and I would like to share these 14 lessons with you. I believe that anyone who will read or study these 14 lessons of God's roadmap to everlasting life will be able to get sufficient information as to how to make it to God's eternal kingdom. I would like to start with lesson 1, and the title of the lesson 1 is heaven real? Is hell real? Many people talk about heaven and hell, but sometimes they do not have enough information about it. So where is heaven? Where is hell? I would like to show them to you, not from my own version or from my own knowledge, but I would like to show where heaven and hell is according to what the Bible says. So we'll start with that lesson, lesson 1. Is heaven real or is hell real? Thank you.
The 8 fundamental lessons of God's roadmap to everlasting life are in lessons 1, that is heaven real? Is hell real? And then lesson 2, who is Jesus? Lesson 3, where do the dead people go after they're buried? Lesson 6, a day to remember. Lesson 7, what did Jesus change in the New Testament? Lesson 9, God's temple, your body. Lesson 10, overcoming worldliness and pride. Lesson 11, are you in or are you out? Now, because I have compiled these 8 lessons separately for those people who would like to study them first before they go to the other lessons. Remember, I said that there are 14 lessons to study altogether. The complete study of God's roadmap to everlasting life composes of 14 lessons, but this 8 explains in detail the 8 fundamental ones, the fundamental lessons that has to be studied. So here they are.